Something I was saying in part 1 or 2, I don't know what part we're on at this point, about another person and their potential reaction to something. So there are two people that right now are big pieces of this chessboard or parts of your life. And I also feel like there's something about one of these maybe being a past version of someone else, or it could be of you. That this is like the rage queen, or this is like the queen that it's either you're expecting somebody to be angry if you move forward with something, but that's not actually how it's going to be. It's maybe like, yeah, in the past that would have been the case, or you have to get comfortable with letting yourself be seen in a way that I don't think that you have maybe felt like you've had the confidence for, but it's detrimental to whatever's going on here. And I also feel like there's something about like this inner masculine father energy really not wanting you to be seen in this way. And that's internal, right? There is this energy that is like this fault. Yes, we can be comfortable and satisfied and content with our lives and the choices we've made up to that point. And it could be like, we're not letting ourselves express a certain side of us, but at the same time, like, and like that, we're comfortable we're content with our life and where we're at, but you're being called to a lot more. And there's something about some kind of chapter that, like I said, you've been waiting on something, and it's been okay saying, like, the position of waiting hasn't been horrible, but there is something that it's like a package that keeps getting rerouted because it's being addressed to the Empress. It's being addressed to the divine feminine in you, but you're sitting here as the King of Pentacles version of you, because that Empress energy requires your Queen of Wands energy. I feel like I have to discuss this as if I'm teaching someone how to play chess. Whatever it is, this package, it comes fast every single time. But until you step through this threshold and claim your Empress energy, your divine feminine energy, which, you have a shadow side too, right? You have light and dark here. That is something where until you step through that threshold of that old house that's keeping you at this King of Pentacles energy, then you can't get to this package that you've been wanting to come in for you, that's addressed to the Empress version of you that doesn't live in the King of Pentacles energy. It shouldn't live in that house. Now, the Queen of Wands in reverse with the Six of Wands is like, you're okay being seen, you're okay being shown, or being, expressing yourself, or you have people supporting you who want you to be seen. But it's like you're being seen not as the version of you that actually does want to express themselves. You're just being seen as, like, you might feel like, yeah, I can go and put myself out there. I'm doing it as the not confident version of myself. That's not really like the point here. We have the Queen of Swords and then the Queen of Cups. Ooh. The Emperor. Also, the song, I think it's like Dade County Dreamin' or something by Camila Cabello and City Girls. That's stuck in my head. There's something, it could be like, it's like that version of like, yeah, I'm sexy, I'm on display, like I'm being seen. There's something about your actual divine masculine within. They hold the key to that. And there's also something about, it could be like a masculine energy in your life who is kind of shown you the way for that for a long time, or they've been like the key to that, or you operate with them and it maybe brings out, or it wants to bring out the side of you. But I also feel like you haven't been able to go there because there's this inner part that is wanting you to suppress that like sexual energy. And it may not even be sexual energy. It could be creativity, your confidence, like your ability to be expressive. And a lot of that starts with like our inner teenager. Well, it starts with our inner child, but you had stuff showing up as your inner teenager. And what's funny is a lot of my readings from last year have been coming back around. And the one that was dated for today which I might open back up. It has to do with somebody's inner teenager. It has to do with their inner teenager acting out. It has to do with their inner teenager no longer wanting to be suppressed. She's like, let me the fuck out of here. I want to do shit. I want to alchemize. I want to transmute. Like there's something here. And I also feel like there's a little bit of this energy of like, you are a lover, you're a lover girl, you're a lover boy, you are a deep feeler. You feel things very deeply, and you're also a very emotionally and intellectually healthy person. I do think part of you needs like intellectual stimulation in order to kind of to get the creative juices flowing here. But there's also somebody who's providing that to you, or there's somebody who wants to, or they'd be interested in providing this to you. They have provided this to you. But I don't think that there's a lot of masculine energy on the table here. And the queen that works best, there's two queens that work best with masculine energy. It's the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. Your Queen of Swords, amazing. Intellectually, you got it, right? Like I said in part 1 or 2, you've been playing chess mentally with yourself. Like, you're an intellectual. This queen, the expressive, the fire, the dark feminine energy, the seductive, the sexy one, the one who has the magnetic, the one who has this, the one who she's the entrepreneur, she's the one with the passion, she's the one with the drive, she's the one who is comfortable exuding her sexuality, she's the one who's okay with that. That is the one that works with the Emperor. She works with the King of Pentacles, she works with the King of Swords. It looks like you got what all the boys want. You could be a man, you may not be a woman, but there's like, people they're pulled in by your intellect, they're pulled in by what you have to say, but you're allowed to also be sexy. Like, you're allowed to, whether this even has to do with being sexy, I don't know, but that's what I'm being drawn towards, because I do think that there's an emperor here, and this emperor, this is daddy. This guy, now I'm getting excited, but this person, they're extremely attracted to your intellect here. But I also feel like you've been in a stage where you've been heavily trying to emotionally heal. I do think that eventually it kind of turns a corner, especially with the 6 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, and we have the 3 of Cups, where it goes from trying to emotionally heal to suppressing a certain side of yourself because you've been taught a certain way, or you judge yourself potentially really harshly. And that's not easy to fix, right? But there's some pieces on this board here that it's like, no, you have some opportunities to give whatever this is a try, but there's that comfort, right? There's a comfort zone. And I feel like you can either choose your past comfort, and you can choose to stay in that timeline, that cycle, until you get pushed out of it. And that has to do with your health, potentially something going on, or something feeling like, I just cannot continue to live this way. Or you're gonna miss out on people in your life. Like this King of Swords, if you don't move on the board, eventually King of Swords is gonna leave. They're ready to go. They have everything mapped out here. This Emperor, this person's been sturdy, and they're somebody you can trust. This person's here too. That person, I want to say, is probably more so here to stay, but you're not going to be able to see them in their Emperor energy or appreciate it in the way that a Queen of Wands does. Because this Emperor, this guy, this is Hades. This guy's got a shadow. This guy's like the king of hell. This is a gentleman, right? Who you know to very clearly to be authentically a gentleman. But this is I want to say this is a man, or this is somebody who has real, dominant masculine energy. They're trying to see you in this energy. And this King of Pentacles energy, that's you, but I feel like you need a provider in your life, and I feel like you've been that, so you're not accepting that.